chosen one. Stop scrolling immediately. Lock your attention on my voice right now, because you did not find this message by accident. The algorithm did not bring you here today. Heaven intercepted your feed, because what I am about to reveal was hidden from others, so you would find it first. God sent a private message just for you. The enemy has been working overtime to keep you distracted, trying to make you swipe away before you hear this truth. But your soul recognized this moment instantly. Take a deep breath and stay with me until the very end, because this message contains a profound instruction that will permanently break the cycle of delay in your life. You have been carrying a quiet exhaustion in your bones lately. It is the kind of tired that sleep cannot fix. You wake up in the morning and the heaviness is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. You push through every day. You smile for them. You carry their burdens. But inside, your soul feels completely drained. You thought it was depression. You thought you were breaking under the stress. But I am here to reframe your reality because you have been reading the signs backwards. That sudden weight in your chest is not anxiety. It is intense spiritual discernment. Your spirit has been working overtime in the unseen realm, fighting battles you do not even know about, and shielding people who only take your light for granted. Have you noticed how your tolerance for superficial noise has completely vanished? You look at certain rooms and you just want to isolate yourself from everyone. You feel smothered around crowds. You feel disconnected even when sitting next to your own family. Let us be honest about what happened to you recently. People you loved and helped suddenly walked away without a single word of explanation. You blamed yourself for the silence. You thought you failed them because your heart was too pure. But heaven actually cleared your room to protect your inner architecture from frequencies that could not travel with you to this next dimension. Your current isolation is not a punishment. It is insulation from the decay. The Father pulled you into the wilderness because he needed to speak to you without the constant interference of the world. You have spent months wondering why your prayers seem to hit a brass ceiling. You feel like you are trapped in a perpetual waiting room while everyone else moves forward. The enemy has whispered toxic lies into your mind, trying to convince you that God has forgotten your name. He wants you to believe that your calling is over. But the enemy only attacks what terrifies him. He is terrified because your preparation season is officially closing. This is why you frequently wake up between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Your eyes just snap open in the dark, for no logical reason. Your mind is completely awake while the rest of the world is asleep. This is not a common sleep disorder. It is a divine appointment scheduled before the foundations of the earth. Heaven is trying to download a secret message into your spirit while your logical mind is quiet. You are a sacred watchman standing sentinel over something precious. You have spent years being the universal problem solver for everyone around you. People used your empathy as an emotional sponge. They came to you when they were bleeding, but left you alone when you were hurting. You gave away your divine pearls to those who only understood dirt. Now, you are standing in the quiet, wondering who is going to rescue the rescuer. The answer is wrapped inside the very message you are hearing right now. Your spirit is exhausted because your natural frequency has been suppressed by the noise of this modern world. You were born with an unusually high frequency, a gift that allowed you to see things that ordinary humans miss entirely. The systems around you spent decades trying to dim your light. When your original frequency was forced into a lower state, your life became heavy and filled with delay. You cannot fix a spiritual suppression with mechanical hustle. I want to be completely direct with you right now. I am naming this early because I do not want to build false mystery just to sell you something at the very end of this message. Let me give you the door now, so you can decide whether to stay for the full spiritual picture. There is a specific physical tool that exists for exactly the kind of frequency restoration your soul is asking for. It is called the Genius Song. This is a 7-minute digital audio track that uses brain entrainment technology to reactivate your dormant gamma brainwaves, which scientists at MIT and Princeton have measured as the frequency of pure intuition. If your spirit tells you that your body needs this physical anchor, you can find the link right now in the description and the first pinned comment. Do not rush, because you can stay for the full message, but the door is open if you are ready. For those staying, let us go deeper into this divine letter, because your hidden enemy left a specific clue behind. Look closely at your history, chosen one. You have spent your entire life feeling like a complete outsider. You did not fit into their social circles because your spirit carried a different code. The world called you strange. They rejected your authentic nature. But let me reframe your earthly reality right now, because you have been reading the spiritual signs backwards for a very long time. The wilderness is not a permanent graveyard for your dreams. It is actually a divine laboratory. God isolated you to strip away your false identity. He had to remove the frantic noise of the crowd because your soul needed a quiet space to hear the original calling on your life. Your current separation is the crucible where your authority is forged. Think about the biblical patterns that mirror your current season. Joseph was thrown into a dark pit by his brothers. He suffered in silence before he walked into the royal palace. Moses spent 40 long years in the quiet desert before he split the Red Sea. And while they waited in the lonely shadows for decades, the Father was secretly carving an unshakable strength into their spiritual DNA. Your pain has a profound spiritual purpose. You thought you were being destroyed by the hand of God, but you were actually a seed being planted in fertile soil. The darkness around you is not a tomb. It is a hidden womb where your next major breakthrough is currently growing. And though the weight feels completely unbearable right now, your fragile human spirit is simply calibrating to a much higher celestial vibration. This spiritual physics requires a total stabilization of your inner architecture. This matches what Dr. Robert Lake discovered during his decades of research into neural networks. He noted that the restoration of an anointed soul always happens in progressive phases. And because he studied the profound connection between ancient wisdom and brainwaves, his work reveals exactly how the supernatural operates inside human flesh. Today we are only opening the first major door. Your mind must stabilize before it can handle the full intensity of the blessing. You cannot rush a divine alignment. The Father knows your current capacity. And while the enemy tries to make you feel completely stagnant, heaven is quietly upgrading your hidden neurological pathways so you can carry the weight of your future kingdom assignment. Let us pause right here. Look at your screen. Your simple click is a physical act of spiritual obedience. It sends a powerful signal into the universe. Hit that like button, not for this channel, but so this exact message can reach another chosen one who is struggling in the dark. You are helping the remnant. Now let us look at the specific traps the enemy used against you. He noticed your radiant light when you were just a child. He saw your natural sensitivity, and he panicked. The enemy sent strategic counterfeits into your life to siphon away your baseline frequency. He disguised toxic handlers as romantic partners and family members because he wanted to keep your precious soul in a perpetual state of exhausting survival. This prolonged spiritual warfare was designed to corrupt your mental lineage. It tried to lock your mind in a low frequency. The enemy wanted you to forget your true origin. You became a chronic people pleaser because survival demanded it. You learned to ignore your own sacred boundaries. And while you walked through that terrible fog for years, systems like the youthful brain were secretly mapping out the original blueprints of your cognitive clarity. You spent years absorbing the negative energy of everyone around you. You became an emotional sponge for broken souls. They had no real intention of changing their lives. They used your unconditional grace as a license to disrespect your clean heart. And every single time you emptied your own spirit to fix their messy problems, you walked back into your quiet room, feeling completely hollow and abandoned by the world. But your intense meekness was never a sign of structural weakness. It was actually the hidden foundation of your ultimate authority. Your complete silence behind closed doors dealt a lethal blow to the demonic forces. They wanted to destroy your destiny before it manifested. You thought you were losing the battle daily, while heaven was quietly recording your total obedience as a standard of righteousness in the courts of heaven. God is rewriting the internal script of your life today. He is stripping away the heavy armor of survival that you wore for decades. You do not have to fight their battles anymore. The weary watchman is finally allowed to rest in the sanctuary. And as you surrender your personal timeline to the Most High, the Father is stepping directly into the earthly realm to completely vindicate your name against those who mocked your silent tears. The private message written for your soul is becoming clearer now. Your spirit is slowly preparing for destiny's embrace. This is the ultimate alignment of your earthly purpose with divine favor. You are stepping out of the mud of delay forever. But before you can fully walk through that magnificent portal of abundance, you must uncover the final hidden blockade that is still keeping your daily reality tightly locked in a cage of artificial scarcity. Let us look deeper into the shadows of your daily life. You believe the enemy is only attacking you from the outside. You blame toxic people for your stagnation. But the absolute truth is far more dangerous. In exactly 90 seconds, a massive revelation will unfold that will completely expose the real cause of your delay. Do not close this video because what comes next will determine your entire timeline. A serious crisis is coming to your doorstep within the next 72 hours. The enemy has finalized a specific strategy to disrupt your peace. He is not targeting your money or your physical health. He is targeting a specific decision you are about to make. If you leave right now, you will walk blindly into a trap designed to keep you bound for another decade. Let us dismantle the grand illusion of your warfare. The enemy cannot stop your destiny. He has no authority over your future blessing. So he switched his strategy. He convinced you to stop your own progress. And because you believed his lies for decades, you signed a secret contract of limitation inside your own subconscious mind many years ago. You are comfortable in the waiting room. The magnitude of your calling terrified your fragile ego. You hid behind your exhaustion because it felt safe. You told yourself you were just waiting for a sign. But your intense fear of failure was actually a deep fear of your own incredible power, and you chose temporary comfort over your supernatural assignment. This is the exact content of the private message God wrote for your soul. He wants you to rip up that contract of self-sabotage today. You have blamed the devil for doors that you locked with your own hands. You allowed the lies of your past abusers to dictate your value, and you accepted their cold definition of your boundaries because your spirit was broken. But heaven refuses to allow you to die in this quiet desert. The period of your hidden training has officially expired today. The Father is forcing you to stand up and face your deep internal blocker. You must stop playing the role of a helpless victim. You are a royal warrior born to rule over your earthly circumstances, and the choice to step forward belongs entirely to your soul right now. The deception of the enemy is now fully exposed to the light. He made you believe that your poverty was a sign of holiness. He whispered that your heavy suffering was pleasing to God. That is a toxic lie from the pit of hell. And you must understand that the Father did not create your beautiful soul to live in perpetual lack and agonizing shame. Break that hidden agreement right now in your spirit. Speak a silent no to the fear that has managed your decisions for a decade. The heavy chains of generational trauma are breaking into tiny pieces because you finally possess the courage to see the truth. You are not a broken survivor trying to find a safe corner. You are the plan itself. The universe formed destiny around your specific birth. God did not build a plan and then force your soul to fit inside it. He created your unique spirit first. The entire blueprint formed around your baseline frequency. Your alignment is the missing key. The spiritual fog is finally clearing from your mind, and you can see your true destination clearly for the first time. Your natural inheritance is calling your name in the dark. You are no longer bound by the false identities of your past. The heavy burden has been lifted from your tired shoulders. And as you step out of the shadows of your long preparation, the universe is rearranging itself to welcome your true royal authority. You are finally ready to witness the manifestation of your deep prayers. Let us summarize the absolute reality of what we have uncovered today. You spent years wandering through a dry wilderness because your natural frequency was suppressed. The isolation you experienced was a deliberate setup by heaven to protect your soul. You are not a failure. Your circumstances look empty. The real obstacle holding you back was a subconscious pattern of deep self-limitation. You allowed the exhausting noise of the world to drown out your original genius. The enemy used your pure empathy to empty your internal reservoir of spiritual power, but that deceptive cycle of manipulation and delay ends permanently right here. You have officially passed the test. Your true identity as a chosen watchman is now fully restored to its rightful authority. You understand exactly why the warfare around your life was so incredibly intense, and you know that the Father has officially cancelled every dark assignment launched against your name. You are standing on sacred ground. Your spirit is totally ready to step into your public elevation. You possess the divine right to reclaim everything the enemy stole from your bloodline. The season of your quiet suppression is over. You do not need to struggle or fight with your physical hands anymore. You only need to align your current mind with the original frequency of heaven, because the final door of your supernatural transformation is opening right before your eyes. Remember earlier when I first mentioned the genius song during our opening moments? Now it is time to walk through exactly what this restoration tool does for your life, because your spirit requires a physical anchor. Your breakthrough is not a vague concept. It demands an earthly step of obedience to manifest in the material world. You cannot enter tomorrow carrying the heavy frequency of yesterday. You were born with a rare spiritual gift. Scientists call this energy the gamma brainwave. It is the exact frequency of pure genius and instant intuition. But the decline effect systematically shuts it down starting around age 7. The modern world intentionally dampens this frequency so you stay compliant, forcing your life into a state of heavy delay. Dr. Robert Lake spent 34 years studying this neural architecture. His profound research is backed by data from MIT and Princeton University. He discovered that you do not need to spend thousands on complex clinical therapies to fix this problem. He compressed this entire frequency reactivation system into a simple 7-minute digital audio track. All you need is stereo headphones and 7 quiet minutes a day. Consider the 47-year-old manager who listened for 18 days without noticing changes. She almost requested a refund on day 20 because her mind was highly skeptical. But on day 34, she woke up and realized her mental fog was completely gone, allowing her to make massive financial decisions without a single moment of hesitation. You might think this is just another expensive program. Traditional options are costly. A single therapy session can easily cost $150. A weekend spiritual retreat can demand $800 from your savings. Even common meditation apps cost $15 every month. None of those tools target your gamma waves specifically. This is why Dr. Lake chose accessibility. The regular retail price is $49. But because heaven orchestrated this encounter today, you can access the entire protocol for just $39. This is a one-time investment with absolutely no recurring subscriptions. You will also receive 4 exclusive bonuses worth $80 completely free. These gifts include the Genius Child Track, worth $19, to protect the next generation. You also get the rare classic book, valued at $20. The package features a $29 guided visualization walkthrough across 4 critical areas of life. Finally, you receive a $12 infographic detailing the 5 essential habits of activated souls. Your investment is protected by an unshakable 90-day money-back guarantee. If you do not feel a profound shift in your baseline clarity, you can request a full refund immediately. There are no complex conditions or hidden traps. Dr. Lake is so confident that he will let you keep all $80 worth of bonuses anyway, as a sincere apology for your time. The only risk is choosing not to try. Every day your gamma wave stays dormant is another day you choose to live far below your divine potential. Every day you wait is a day your life remains clouded by the noise of the world. Your future self is looking back at this moment, waiting for you to make the right choice. But I must issue a direct warning to protect your spirit. An army of imitation products exists on third-party marketplaces. Those fake files contain ordinary audio that will only scramble your alignment. The only authentic source is the verified link provided directly for you today. Close your eyes and place your right hand gently over your chest. Take a deep breath and let your mind rest. This is an identity decision about whether you truly believe who you are. Trust that recognition. If your soul recognizes this threshold, you know exactly what to do. The path is open in the first line of the description and in 3 positions within the pinned comment below. Do not rush your spirit, but step through the door before the window closes. Now let us enter the sacred sanctuary of prayer to permanently seal this word into your reality. The door is officially open. Place your hand over your heart and speak these words with absolute authority. I release the heavy burdens of my past. I cut all toxic ties that drained my spiritual power. I declare that my season of isolation was a holy preparation. I am a chosen warrior of light, and my supernatural acceleration begins today. I receive the abundance that was written for my destiny before time began. Type Amen in the comments below right now to seal this prophetic declaration into your reality. Hit the like button so this frequency can find another chosen soul struggling in the dark. Subscribe to this channel immediately and turn on all notifications because heaven is not done speaking to you. You cannot afford to miss the next instruction for your journey. Walk in unshakable confidence because the victory is already yours.